Mark Wills is our in-studio guest. Hello, Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning to
Hey,
you,
Mark.
sir.
How are y'all? Everybody good?
Good. Hey,
Yeah.
in 19-something, did you ever get to did they let you even drive the General Lee?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you did?
I got to drive it.
Did you drive it in the video?
I did. I drove across the parking lot. You know, I mean, you take it out on the road, but like anything
It's in a
else,
drive-in theater.
It was,
parking-
It was a drive-in. So I got to drive it around a little bit. The guy who owned the car, Joe, I don't even know if Joe is still in town. I don't know anything. I haven't talked to him in years, but he let me drive it in the parking lot and everything. And the one thing I did not do, I did not drive it across the humps, which is the way it came in the video.
Okay.
Like, well, you understand, because I didn't want to bottom it out.
Right.
And he knows the car, and I didn't know the car, and I didn't want to hit it like too sharp and like bottom the bottom of it out or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to drive it.
Did you get the hood slide?
Oh yeah, yes.
You got the hood
car.
slide?
No. I'm sorry. I thought you said did you get inside?
Oh,
no,
no.
I didn't know. They would not let me hood slide. But the inside of the car was the one that they used on one of the Dukes of Hazzard reunions. So it was signed by all the cast on the inside of the car. I think there was only maybe Denver Powell, or wasn't Denver? Was Denver Powell? Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse had passed away, so he wasn't on the car. But other than that, I think all the cast members were on it. And I told him, I said, listen, I have to slide out the window. That is, if I'm showing up in the General Lee, I have to slide out the window. And
the windows are welded, for those who don't know.
The doors, the doors are welded.
The doors are welded.
But these doors, they would open, for people to get in and out of the car. And I ripped the whole back of my pants out, getting out, because the door lock, they had taken the cap off of the screw, and the screw was poking up a little bit. Yeah, so I go to slide out the window, and I hear, and I'm like, what was that? And exactly. That was it.
All of Mark, there he is.
Yep. Big gaff tape and all, baby.
Don't laugh at me.
Don't laugh at me. 19-something. We can do all kinds of stuff with this.
Yep. It was so much fun. Such a fun time, getting to shoot that and record it. And then, parts of the video are us sitting there watching like home movies on the big screen and all that kind of stuff, and watching your childhood. And
it is absolutely my favorite song that you've ever done. I know you do a lot of sappy crap, but I gotta tell you, that 1977.
Hey, whoa. So we're clear.
Geez.
That sappy crap's made me some money. You know what I'm saying?
Dude. That's the funny thing is, like, Wish You Were Here. If we were going to go with my favorite Mark Wills song, I'm going Wish You Were Here, because I like this happy crap.
Yeah, well, see, okay, well, I'm going with Don't Laugh at Me. That's my favorite song.
All right, Carson.
Oh, it was 19-something.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
19-something.
There you go.
We know I don't have feelings.
2 to 2. So 2 to 1, they win.
All right, we got Mark Wills hanging out with us. We'll come back more with Mark on the way. Mark Wills is our in-studio guest. We love Mark. You can follow him online, Mark Wills Music. He's got a lot of stuff. I noticed that, I think it was on your Instagram, that you were at a school.
Yeah.
You're seeing, what was happening here?
So they do a program about being nice to each other. About, these kids are all kids from different walks of life. And it was a second grade class. My sister-in-law teaches at that school. And basically, I went to her class. They use the year to teach, about being nice to each other, about understanding that you're different than you, and all that kind of stuff. And so we each have our own personalities, and we each come from our own, homes, different things. Right. So we went in, and I would go in at the end of the year and sing the song for the class. And on this particular day, I had a friend of mine from, she lives in Oklahoma now, but she was living in Texas, Jenna Lee Wasserman. She came in, and they flew in, and she did sign language.
So she's up in front of the class doing sign language.
Yeah. 32 years old. She has Down syndrome.
Oh, okay.
And we met on a Disney cruise.
What?
And we met on a Disney cruise and became very fast friends. And the next year that we were on a cruise together, she said she had something she had done for me. And she entered into the talent show, and they played Don't Laugh at Me, and she did the sign language to Don't Laugh at Me.
Wow. We're listening to it right here.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, because I had no idea, but the kids start singing with me right here.
Wow.
Don't laugh at me. Don't call me names. Don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's house, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh.
Oh,
I heard
man,
an
oh,
angel
man.
actually get their wings right there. It was
Yeah.
a little bell, and I'm like,
Yeah, dude. It was when they started singing. You know, because I'm a softie.
Yeah.
I just about lost
that
it.
was it. That was it.
Just about lost it.
Mark Wills is kind enough to spend some time with us. We appreciate that.
It's up early. It's up
Let's
early.
see. We appreciate that you're doing that. Don't you hate it when radio stations have you come in and then they go, "Hey, can you sing the hardest song that's possible to sing?"
Can you sing Back at 1 at 7:02 a.m.? Or my favorite, my absolute favorite. You ever seen the movie? What was the Tom Hanks movie? That Thing You Do.
I didn't see
Where
it.
where the band goes into the radio station, it's like the guy's like, it's 7:02 in Los Angeles, and I have the newest so and so. Say good morning, boys, and they're like, good morning, and he's like, okay, we're done. leave the headphones on the table.
that actually was a pretty good movie.
That was a great movie. I love that movie.
I haven't seen that in at least 10, 15
The
years.
Oneaters.
The Oneaters, yeah. You need to go back and watch that one. It's a great movie.
My favorite Beatlesque, because that always reminded me of kind of like a Beatles type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite Beatlesque movie is that Yesterday movie. Have you seen that?
I think I have, yeah.
The one where the Beatles songs are disappeared.
Oh,
this guy
yeah.
he's like, but the Beatles, they're the
Yeah.
greatest band ever. So he starts writing them and he becomes this huge superstar.
Yep. I have seen that movie. I took my wife and I went to see it at the theater. But yeah, that's great. But I love That Thing You Do. You doing that thing you do. It's a great tune and it's a great movie.
You expected us to sing along.
You can tell he's kind of
I'm
looking
not going
around.
to sing along with Mark Wilson.
Well, yeah, I
here.
mean, you could.
No.
Yeah. It's not. It wasn't like
The last thing you want is for us to sing along.
How much money did you make off that 98 Degrees song? Was that a good one for you?
The 98 Degrees song. There was actually a Mark Will song before it was a 98 Degrees song.
Oh, the other one. What's the other one that you redid though? Was it
Back at One.
Oh, Back at
Back
One.
at One.
Back at One was the one.
Back
All
at
right.
One. Back at One was the one that Brian McKnight wrote.
Yeah, how much money you make on that one?
I don't have any idea, man.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Yeah, I mean,
Swimming in it.
Cool thing about this song right here was that Brian and I did a version of this on the Miss USA pageant. And,
Did you really?
Yeah. We did like it was like an 8 or 9 minute version of that song to where when the girls were walking across the stage, and
8 or 9 minutes.
yeah, it was my version, his version, then a cumulative.
Let's
yeah.
go back to one again.
Yeah, exactly. It was long. It was long drawn. But the bad thing about it was they had switched the song like 4 times, and my cue. My prompter is over here, and Brian's over here, and his prompter's over here. And when you watch the video footage of it, it looks like all we're doing is looking at the girls' butts walking across the stage. It's bad.
Which isn't totally wrong. Yeah.
Well, no, because at that point you're trying to pay attention to where we are in the song because you get lost.
Yeah.
And there's, I think on the broadcast of it, I think there's one time where I'm singing where Brian's supposed to be singing, so I'm singing on the pop track. And then he turns around and sings on the country track.
It was like Crossroads
Yes,
before
it
Crossroads.
was. It was Crossroads before Crossroads.
Wow.
Mark Wills is our guest. You can check him out online. Mark Wills Music on Instagram and all the social media. Mark Wills joining us in the studio. Got all these great years of music, but hey man, you still doing it. You got a big year coming up.
Yeah, dude. We're on the road doing a bunch of stuff this year. Probably 60, 70, maybe 80 dates.
Wow.
And that's not including the Opry and stuff. I try to play the Opry at least once or twice a month.
And when you're not playing it, you're hanging out just watching everybody else, which is weird.
I love
Which
to go.
is weird.
No, but I mean, like, do you think that?
It's weird.
Well, hold on. It's not creepy.
It's not. No, it's not creepy. No, I
It
didn't
might
say
be
creepy.
weird.
I didn't say creepy. I think it's weird because it's like you can't get enough of it.
I love to go watch other entertainers do what they love, like I do.
Do you ever watch somebody do something on stage and go, "Man, I might incorporate that into my show"?
I have watched entertainers do stuff on stage, and I would go, I don't think I'd have done that. But yeah, I mean, we all do. We all go and watch stuff. We all go see stuff. We all go hear stuff. And I don't live here. I don't live in Nashville. I live in Atlanta. So it's a 4-hour drive for me to come play.
It's 3.5 if you have an old cop car.
True. I know who drives it now.
There you go.
But yeah, so you know, for me, if it's an 8-hour round trip to come play 3 songs,
Yeah.
and I'll come up the day before. I'll go to the show. I'll go hang out. I just love that stuff. I mean, I loved hanging out at the Opry before I was an Opry member. So now that membership has its privileges and I can go whenever I want, I always
Well, I
do.
also, and I said it's weird, but I do say this because if you're not a student of the game, whether it's football or baseball or music or whatever your industry is, if you're in waste management, I mean, whatever it is, if you're not paying attention to what works best, and if you're not working or looking at what works worst as well, then it keeps you from doing the wrong things.
Hey, real quick, you've got things going on this year. Some things you're teasing.
Well, I have teased them a little bit. We've done something. So the Opry is celebrating its 100th year, and the Opry this past year celebrated 50 years of being in the Opry House, and I got to do something that has only been done twice in the last 50 years. So I'm pretty excited.
So we
about
don't know
that.
what it is until then, later, or something.
It'll come out later. We're finishing it now.
We're just teasing it up.
Yeah,
we're just teasing it up. We say in the biz.
Well, if you know me and you know the type of music I put out, it will not be a surprise to you what I'm doing. But I brought some friends in to do it with me.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that. You can keep up with Mark Wills Music on all social media. Mark Wills Music. Thank you, brother. Always
man,
good to
thank
see
you
you.
guys.
Mark Wills, yo. All right. Well, that was great. That was good. You did good.
Thank you.
I have no idea what it was because this is taped afterwards, but
You were amazing, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.